She kept on telling us about how she wanted to work with us, but when we would ask for anything that wasn't what she wanted, then we weren't working together. We were working against her, and she wouldn't agree to any terms for anything.
Where does it show what the state said?
I
think she's trying to ignore what the state said.
Yeah.
Is what it felt like.
That's what it was, man.
She, like, from the very onset, I told her that me and Pred spoke about it. We're gonna cook and bring a proposal to the rest of the table, and she said, "No, that's not gonna happen. It says we need to work together." And it took me breaking down, like, listen, independently, you are also gonna probably be working with the justices to discuss what you'd like to see, and you're gonna bring that stew to the potluck.
I'll bring the potato salad.
I'll bring what am I gonna bring? I'll bring Korean fried chicken. How does that sound?
Sounds great. Honestly, I love fried chicken. I can eat fried chicken for every fucking meal.
Genuinely, I personally, there was nothing useful at that meeting other than we're gonna wait for Dr. Naya to hopefully get out of ICU, and in the interim, we come up with a idea as to what we'd like to see changed and what the alternatives are. So we present that to them. Boom, 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 done and done. And let me keep it simple. Fred, are you generally, are we in agreement that the legislative procedure should be identical for all parties?
It's not just that we're in agreement. Apparently, the state higher authorities are in agreement as well.
What are your thoughts on the current legislative process?
What do
Is
you
it
mean?
too convoluted? The way that we do it today?
I think that having checks and balances is a good thing, but I think that the checks and balances should come from the people and not just from the judiciary. I think that the people act as our check and balance for laws that we enact, and that, or legislation that we enact. And then in turn, it goes to a court proceeding where it comes down to the judicial interpretation of the law and the Constitution and stuff like that. Their job is to be the mediator and the check and balance for the disgruntled public having stuff against our legislation. It's not on themselves. It's not seldom on their shoulders.
So today, we post legislation. DOJ reviews for constitutionality. There's a 72-hour window in which anyone in the public can contest. Subsequently, if it's contested, it goes to vote. If it does not get contested, it gets put into legislation. Is that the procedure you think should continue?
I think that when you look at it, the procedure is... I think that the current procedure needs work. I think that it doesn't really feel like we have much say over our laws. It feels more like the justices have what they'll allow us to pass. And that's something that I have an issue with. Like, my issue with the process is that I'm being checked twice. I only want to be checked once.
So you should be able to pass it without the DOJ reviewing it for constitutionality? Is that what you're suggesting?
Yeah, and here's why. I think that if something gets passed and the public doesn't agree with it, the public outcry from it will do more for me sculpting it or removing it than the justices telling me what to do. So the justices are going out of their purview, right? They're not just doing their function. They're incorporating the functions of of higher powers into their routine day-to-day of their job. Their job's to interpret law, to withhold the Constitution, to have court cases, to help with the process of passing laws through voting and stuff like that. All right? That's their job. And they're not doing their job. They're being the main fighting force that we have to go against. The public is completely out of the loop. In fact, the public is so far out of the loop that they're not even involved in the true process, unless they pay money, which in itself I think is a conundrum. I don't think they should have to pay to contest.
This whole FOIA thing too, you have to pay now?
Yeah, I think signatures are good enough, or someone is voicing a valid concern on a piece of information should be enough for it to go to vote. I don't care about things going to vote. I just care about the process being fair and true.
Pay to win.
Holy fucking shit. I'm still like beside myself right now. There's this, the entire world is fucking opened up. I want to start cooking on shit like immediately.
Well, hold on. What we need to do is we need to formulate the battle plan, right? So that's the main thing.
The injunction.
The injunction
We
should be
wanna
the
go
first step.
Let's take a look at, let me see. Where is it? Judicial powers?
Yes, judicial powers.
Wait, is there no injunction clause, or am I blind? Oh, right here. Preliminary injunction. Temporary prevents a party from taking action until the case is resolved, maintaining the status quo to prevent irreparable harm. We
Exactly.
file that with a judge on Angel who submitted we can reference the FOIA and in turn also reference this document that she cannot submit alterations. She cannot submit edits strictly or add new legislation until the resolution given to us by state officials.
Yes. See that? All right.
What about?
So she can continue functioning, doing her job, right? All other functions that she currently has, but strictly the injunction will be for editing and for submitting new, actually just editing until the matter is resolved.
Nah, she might try and find a loophole. It should be any involvement in the legislative process for the time being. She should be stripped of all her powers for cooperating in the legislative process.
Holy fuck. You know, I was going to disagree with that simply because then our legislation sits there pending, right? Not that it's not already. It's been fucking a little while since we've submitted
Yeah.
a.
It's
But
like 7 days since the 28th passed and still not posted.
wait, what?
Easy for like
The
30 seconds.
amendment for the Blaine County was passed on the 28th, and it's already been a week.
Yeah, it's not in the MDT.
I think, but now I'm leaning towards that because we can compel the other two justices to review it.
Exactly, and that gives us an opportunity to gauge them in their position truly without interference from another party.
Yep.
And that only helps if we wish to build a case on them, because I assure you we can if they're the ones that are also
Oh my God.
signing off on shit.
Wait. Oh my God. And then we do a writ of mandamus on the other two justices. I'm serious.
When I told you that earlier, you didn't seem like you were down, man. I said I wanted to take all three justices out.
Okay, that's different than what I said.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
No, what you said can mean many things.
Okay, well, my bad. Listen, my bad. I'm a corrupt official. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My bad.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize that's what you were trying to say.
Yeah, get them removed of their those particular powers. I mean, it's the only thing.
No. Writ of mandamus. I'll read it. Is commands a public official or government entity to perform a specific act that is legally required. So we are going to give them the other. So the injunction is on Angel for legislative stuff, right?
Yep.
The writ
and then
of
the writ of mandamus
mandamus
on the other two.
It tells the other two justices that they need to go and review our legislation.
Then the state would have to rule on that, right? Nino?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's honestly the best move. It's our best move, I think, for success. I mean, earlier I was saying let's go for the fucking jugular because, the weak points have been revealed, but I don't really think it'll be that easy.
Agreed. I think managing the optics towards the state is also equally important, right?
Yeah.